You are one unique person and you are the Nina Virmani that we all have come to celebrate.
Honestly, Vankur, even today, I enjoy working with institutions that need to set themselves up. Not always about money, not always about titles, but definitely about the need to put things in right perspective.
You had that clarity that you want to work with children.
Because there was no answers to my questions. So it was the children who needed care, and that's where I started. That is
What
it.
you have is priceless. Years and years of experience.
That's it.
I mean, that is priceless. You're 47 years you have been in counseling.
This profession doesn't die. It grows with years. If you are sane, you can continue working in it. And that's what I love about it.
What is your take on, our young career counselors जो बनना चाह रहे हैं?
आप एक बात बताइए, कोई भी कहता है मैंने इंजीनियर बनना है, तो आपने कभी उससे पूछा तुमने इंजीनियर क्यों बनना? But you see, when you're talking of touching people's lives, their decision-making process, when you're going to be associated with human beings, your intent has to be very pure.
Yes. Hi, welcome back. This is your host Ankur Vora. We are back with another episode of Intersect by Masters Union podcast series. I'm so happy that we have with us today, I think, one of the most celebrated career counselors in our country and globally, Miss Nina Virmani. Ma'am, pleasure to have you here with us.
Thank you so much, Ankur. And it's always a pleasure to be here with you because I know when I'm with you, I'll know it'll be a happy day for me.
You and me go back. I keep talking about this. You were the first school career counselor that I visited ever
That's
in my career. I think the year was 2010 when I first started working with IMT Ghaziabad. Used to head their Dubai admissions for their Dubai campus, and I still vividly
Correct.
remember coming to your school, Pathways Aravali, and meeting you as a young guy. Not that I'm not no longer young, and you are as young as you as ever.
Absolutely,
But
absolutely.
ever since that day, the last so many years that we have been associated, I've always been in awe of the stature that you carry and the reputation that you know. I didn't know when I walked into your office that you are going to be such a powerhouse. But then over the years we have collaborated, and I have worked in this community of ours, the career counseling community. I have got to see not only the number of students that you have impacted over the last so many years, but also so many career counselors that you have trained and tirelessly work towards uplifting the 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 communication, the way people should be talking about higher education in the school
That's right.
sector.
That's right.
I don't think I have come across ever since that first meeting. Very few people have matched up to that kind of intelligence that you have. So thank you for taking time out for me, and this is my personal tribute that you know. I've been to 40 plus countries, 1,000 plus schools, and even after visiting all these institutions, you are one unique person, and you are the Nina Virmani that we all have come to celebrate. Uh, and today, when I was talking about, when I invited you to this podcast, you know, I I go down the memory lane kind of for the person that I am inviting. So I went through your profile, and as I say on this podcast, most of the people that come here have been associated with me for many years. But when I start reading about them, I know so little. And when I read your profile, the first thing that struck me was the year 1971, the year of when we had the India-Pakistan war, which India won. That was the first time you walked into the college, and that was Mumbai University.
And can I interrupt you
Yes,
here?
ma'am.
When you asked me yesterday that, we may ask you about your journey, and I just stepped back to think. I said, my journey, I don't know if it's going to be of any relevance to people because I'm talking about the time that I have actually seen the transformation even before the 71 war. When I was in Simla, when the border roads were being constructed, and that was the China war.
Wow.
And so the journey has been
So
there.
can we start there?
Yes.
Before we go to Mumbai, I want to let's
No.
start with your early years, early childhood, the city that you grew up in, the school that you went to.
So my journey can start off from saying that I've traveled all over the country, lived all over the various parts of the country, whether it was south, north, right up till Simla. Father was in the construction of the roads, in the construction of the bridges, in the construction of the airports. So with the army, I grew up. And I really saw the transformation of this country, the couple of wars that we saw. So, I mean, it is not something that has been a part of my life which is very static. So, I grew up from one missionary school to another missionary school, and I was here in New Delhi in 1970 71 when I graduated from Carmel Convent.
Oh, yes.
And that is from where I would say my journey towards the real world of counseling started. I went to Mumbai. I joined Institute of Social Sciences Nirmala Niketan, and I learned that there were so many subjects besides being doctors, lawyers, engineers, chartered accountants, etc., etc. There was a new field of subjects like nutrition, child development, rural care, health care, and I kind of got stuck over there. I said, I'm going to try and do a little more research in this area. So my undergraduation was with Nirmala Niketan, where I got introduced to all these subjects. A lot of people ask me, why am I doing this?
Yes.
I said, I don't know. But I find this interesting and I believe it is me. And that is from where I actually got into it. Doing that brought me to New Delhi when I did my child development. Again, just 15 of us in Lady Irwin College.
Lady Irwin College, yes.
Child development, people thought was some kind of a peculiar program. Probably I didn't get admission anywhere else, so I was doing it. And where did it lead me? It led me into everything what we are all about: the family, the mother, the child, the way forward in life, and how the entire transformation of a human little baby goes into. That's what it was all about. And again, then there was no going back. Fast forward, I realized that it's not just about how you do parental counseling or you do family counseling. It's all about the future of the country, the future of the children, the future of the family. Everything was associated over there. So it was the children who needed care. And that's where I started, And from there, it was nothing but how to get them educated, how best to get them educated, what role does the family play in that, what role does children and the peer group play in that, the role of school in that. So that led me to various areas of education. You asked me why London, that was family therapy. How does the family impact the child that is growing up? What are the dynamics of the family? How does the child associate himself with the family and positions himself with the family?
So
It just goes on.
absolutely, and I can only imagine this is 1970s.
When there was no media.
There is no media, and it was a very different world than what we see today, where information is very accessible.
Yeah.
But still, you had that clarity that you want to work with children.
Because there was no answers to my questions.
That is
I
what I
was
want.
always going in depth, in depth, in depth. There was no query that I could say was resolved, and there was nobody who could answer that. I was doing my master's in child development, and I picked up a topic of parental reaction to knowing that their child is different. Now, Ankur, this is something very sensitive. Not everybody is blessed with a child with everything perfect.
Yeah.
But here is a child who's different. Now, what does its family go through?
Mm.
That was my dissertation all about.
Okay.
It wasn't the easiest to do.
Yeah.
Even when I talk about it today, there is something that happens. But then that is reality. How do we deal with it? How do we bring them to this entire world? So dealing with normal children
Especially able children.
and people with all possible resources is easy, but dealing, so there my questions remain unanswered. So I went on, it was always studying and studying and getting to know more
Yeah.
till finally I had, I'll again fast forward, I'd had so much of the early childhood and family therapy that I said, now let me move forward because it was just getting, it was kind of taking a toll on me. So I moved forward because my children had grown by then
Okay.
and I'd placed them to college.
Okay.
And I realized there was so much more that was required.
Super. So I think, but I think before, so we know you. I mean, we as in,
Yes,
youngsters like us will know you from Pathways. I mean, that is where my story starts with you. But when I look back, I think there were at least 20 or more years you were
Yes,
working.
I worked with the modern school.
Yes.
And I worked with early years, and I
Yes.
worked with students right from grade pre-nursery till grade 5. While my children were there, and then I graduated to working with children from 6 to 12 as they moved on to college. So there was a complete journey.
And you were helping them, helping these children. These were like,
Absolutely. I've been a pioneer even there when I
yes.
started the counseling center in modern school, Raghubir Singh. It was the first center that really got established by Mrs. David. So I used to work with parents, I used to work with children, I used to work with children with special needs.
So this is like you help parents understand their children better. Will that be
To deal with any issues that they had.
They
I was
have.
basically,
So
I
help.
could, yes, I had no time to make them understand, but they always came to me when they were stuck or they had an issue with something or they felt that they needed help or they were not able to resolve issues. So they would come to me and we would work out something for them. The teachers had problems with children, so they would come to me and say, what is it that is going wrong with us? So I kind of worked with students, academic counseling,
Academic.
parents supporting of children, till we moved to higher education. And also sorting out the admission criteria of the school, making it more reliable and valid so that the school had a substantial, standards, and they maintained those standards when admissions were. At that time, the admissions used to be quite a harrowing experience.
And this is at the modern school, Barakamba Road?
This is Raghubir Singh, the junior branch of Barakamba.
Barakamba Road.
So I worked there, and I worked primarily in the counseling department and worked a little bit introducing the grade 10 and 11 while Mr. Bakshi was there. We kind of helped in streaming of the children. But that was a very infant stage of college counseling. By then, pathways had already been conceived, they came up in the air. I applied and I said, now this is the time for me because something is just about evolving. Let me see how I can.
And this is where I want to, come to now.
2004.
2004
Yes.
is when Pathways was being conceived?
It
or
was conceived, and I think we had our first batch.
First batch. And you
Yes.
were the
Yes,
head of
I
career
placed the
counseling?
first batch
Oh, so
of
you were the-
2005. We had 25 students then.
Okay. So what motivated you to apply to Pathways? You said you applied to Pathways and
I think, honestly, it was just a fancy ad in the newspaper.
okay.
I had moved to Gurgaon. We had bought a house here,
Okay.
and I just did it. There was no pre-planning for me. It kind of is in the same field that I worked. I just applied, and I had the call from there, and I think they found something nice in me. So they hired me.
Mm.
So since then till 2024, I placed the
Yes,
children
almost
there.
2 decades you spent it.
I didn't know anything about IB when I joined
Yeah,
Pathways.
that's what I want to come to. When you applied to Pathways is a path-breaking institution. I mean,
Yes,
they brought in IB, and
yes.
so what was that experience like? I mean, you were not from IB background. You were diving
Yeah, but
into
so there
something.
was excitement because there was something to learn.
Learn.
There were more queries and more answers than my queries. I mean, there were some things in front of me which I never knew really existed. So that was something totally path breaking. For me, even to hand over and use a computer was a path breaking.
Hmm.
For me, at that time, computer was more like a gadget and nothing more. So it
So,
was a very different feeling
and
experience.
then I just want to also talk about college placements. I mean,
Yes.
before Pathways, were you doing college
No,
placements?
I wasn't doing college. I only placed my two children.
Yes. So that would have been an experience, right?
Yeah,
To,
that was
as you said, 25 students you
the
placed.
25 students in Pathways was an amazing experience because I knew, I don't know, something told me that I had done enough work, and placing them was a step forward. The students and we all worked together, and because they came from a background, probably they were more smarter than I was. They were the IB students, and I was getting the nitty gritties of IB. And most of them only wanted to go to either America or Canada or United Kingdom. So those two countries were very familiar for me because I had placed my own two children there.
Okay.
And
So you have two sons, right?
I have a daughter and a
You
son.
have a daughter and a son, and you send them to.
They both went to England because that was the only country we were familiar with at that
Okay.
time. The couple of the students from my son's batch had gone to US and places like that. I kind of knew what was SAT. I had by then done my little bit of research to know a little more about how higher education worked. And we had people who were going overseas, but we always believed that people with money could go
Yes,
overseas.
absolutely.
We couldn't. For us, it was always the neighborhood college.
Hmm. But then you sent your children to
Yeah,
overseas.
those are all incidences that take place in your homes and you just take some, most of our decisions we take just informed decisions, and then we say let's take the decision and let's work on the path that we have now created for ourselves.
And so the only experience you had was placing your two children,
That's it.
and then you were given the responsibility of placing the 25
Because I thought
children.
I could do it.
You could do it.
Because I had enough counseling experience. I'm not a counselor by mistake or by chance or by change of career. I've been a counselor right from my academics onwards.
Hmm. That's what I realized. Yes, when I was reading your
Yeah, so
profile,
I have
years and years of
yes, counseling
experience, and as
and
we say in
counseling.
Masters Union, hands-on
Absolutely.
learning. I mean, you
Yes,
have
it was
done
all learning by doing.
all learning by
So there
doing.
was no mistakes. I could say that that it happened by chance. If there were mistakes, I knew where I was making a mistake, and that's why I always say, Master Union, when you ask me what is your thought process on the lines, I said, well, I believe that if you're not learning by doing, you're not learning.
Yes, absolutely.
Because when you learn and you do, you definitely do a constant thinking, rethinking, analyzing, and moving forward, and that kind of cements your learning.
Absolutely.
So it's important.
तो my मेरा आपसे यही सवाल है अब
बोलो.
कि when you see the growth of the career counseling landscape in this country, especially in the last, let's say, 15 years, ever since I started my career in career counseling higher education in 2010
Acha.
when I came to this field.
Acha.
And when I came to this field, I realized at that point of time also awareness around career counseling or what is outreach, why should universities engage with schools, it was very limited. I mean,
Correct.
universities, especially in India, the outreach that our institutions used to do was come up with print ads, give those, and those were big money was being spent on print. And I used to always say, why are we spending such big amounts on print ads when we can invest that, probably that half of that money in the school ecosystem and go to schools directly and talk to educators like you? How can we contribute to make the career counseling at schools better? Because my own personal experience, again, learn by doing, my own personal experience of being doing engineering, not because I wanted to do it,
Well, the family
but
one.
the family wanted to do. As you said, I mean, those 4 or 5 careers that everybody thinks that are the best careers. I mean, engineering, medicine, CA, lawyer. I mean, those are the kind of careers that is on everybody's head, and children, especially at that impressionable age, if they don't get the right advice.
Yeah.
And I used to always think from that my own lived experience, and I used to say there are thousands of kids out there who may not have access to a Nina Virmani, who may not have access to a person around them that can say, hey, there are other things that you can do. Probably this is not what you should be doing, and why don't universities help in bringing that awareness to schools?
Yeah.
So what is your take? And I have seen now in the last 15 years that the system is, I won't say has become 100% perfect, that there have been
No, yes,
improvements
yeah,
where
absolutely.
institutions are now coming to you, people like you, and saying, how can we support you? What is
Yes.
your take on that?
No, I'll go a little back and I'll say, look, Ankur, if I do analysis, because I've kind of lived through different setup, I would say earlier the opportunities were not there. If you had to go and get yourself educated, you had to convert your education into revenue. If there were no jobs in the market, what could I do, or how could I counsel a student to study a subject which would bring him no revenue? So the fact remained that if a parent insisted you do a particular program, they had a purpose behind it.
Bilkul.
Because they wanted, he said, all right, if you're spending some money, you should be able to come back.
ROI
I'll give you a
question.
small example. I was building my house. I had a guy doing some stone work, and his son was sitting on one side and sulking. So that the labor कहने लगा, देखिए जी इसको मैंने पढ़ा लिखा के और ये कहता है मैं ये पत्थर का काम नहीं करूँगा,
Okay.
क्योंकि कहता है मुझे पढ़ लिख के पत्थर का ही काम करना था, तो मुझे क्यों बापू तूने मुझे
अरे पढ़ा।
गांव में भेजा और गांव से बाहर भेजा, मैंने परेशानी भुगती, मैंने इतना सब कुछ किया, only to come back and do the same thing. I could have learned the job with you and continued forward. I mean, there was a very peculiar, people didn't realize that education alone was not just skill based, it was also to do with education of the mind or whatever. So the whole scenario was different. Over the years the opportunities were not there. Today I don't know whether I give credit to the COVID that we've had. There has been a complete change in the concept. People are not scared of experimenting. People are willing to try something new, and there are success stories. Universities are not scared of bringing up new concepts. Take case of Master Union. Master Union would have not been anywhere around in the times when it was all about engineering or doctors.
Bilkul.
Today, institutions have invested money and come up with a program which can give you skills and confidence to go and stand in the market and provide something new, and people are looking for that something new.
And you are seeing that change in the student
Absolutely.
choices, parent choices
Absolutely.
also, that they are
The
now open to
mindset-
new ideas.
Mindset of parents are difficult to change because there are some traditional prestige attached to certain programs. Well, so be it. There are people with legacies, they want it in a particular way, they will remain where it is. However, for the masses, there is definitely an opportunity. And today, when I see my own country, there is tremendous hope,
Yes.
and that hope kind of allows you to move forward.
Absolutely. And this is coming from you who has traveled the world. I mean, you have
Absolutely.
been
Yes,
to,
absolutely.
I mean, I know how many universities, how
I
many
don't know.
countries. I
I
mean,
don't
you would
know.
have been to
And
hundreds of campuses. Right?
Even today, when I travel the world, I come back and say, no, I'd still like to be here. I can be very honest about it.
Yes. So I'm so happy that I resonate with you. And India presents a great opportunity
Absolutely.
with new institutions, new ideas, and I think you're right. The audience also is now ready for these kind of institutions. I know I worked with Ashoka, liberal arts, Jindal, we said
Absolutely.
interdisciplinary education, Masters Union, we are saying learn by doing, and there are so many other institutions that are being built in India, which are phenomenally
Absolutely.
being well received by the Indian community. Now, coming to your own experience going back to pathways. 25 students, you placed them, and this is 2005.
Correct.
And then you were setting up this career counseling department, which became an
Absolutely.
iconic department, right? And I remember in those early years when we met, you also used to host those counselor-centric programs, training
Yes,
programs,
yes,
where you were
yes, yes,
actually
yes.
inviting counselors and
A-
helping them, train them. So
Absolutely. We
why don't
had
you
three programs
three
of them.
programs? I remember
Yes, that
those
we called
years.
it Counselors Connect, and that is because primarily I realized that poor counselors had nowhere to go for training, or if there were training available, they were expensive, and some schools don't have that kind of money. So the idea just popped up, and I reached out to my institute, that was Pathways, and they said, "Look, all yours, as long as we know that there are no finances that are going to be of any uh, challenge for the institution." But there were other institutions, the universities, who were willing to pitch in. I said, "All right, pitch in bits and pieces, and we'll put everybody together." Honestly, not a penny was spent either by the institute, or my institute, which was Pathways at that time, and the university pitched in. One university agreed to sponsor five counselors, few more. Some gave us food, some gave us opportunity to host in a uh, the logistics. Let's come to
Logistics.
the point. The logistics were taken care by the universities, and the councils were happy to come. The universities were able to come in and speak to the counselors there. We were able to share our resources with them. There were knowledge based resources, there were experimental based resources, and it's like a potluck. Whoever had whatever to share came there, and I think it went on very well.
Wonderful. And these were what years you were doing
These
these
were years,
programs?
oh, I won't know, honestly speaking.
This is
But I could say
2011,
very
12.
soon that after that we heard about other institutions, which of course have grown larger than life.
Okay.
But we just started in a very small cohort where we wanted to give, you know, the
The counselors an
counselors
opportunity to
an
learn.
opportunity to learn something, gain some information, gain some experience, get some idea about way forward, really talk.
Hmm.
And it was learning from each other.
And this entire program was ideated in your head? I mean, you conceived this program that you should be doing this? Or what was the
I
driving
won't take
force?
full credit for that
Okay.
because that's the way I am. I won't give my credit to anybody else,
Perfect.
but I won't take anybody else's. I remember visiting one of the programs in Singapore,
Singapore.
and I noticed that there were some schools that were doing this in Singapore. And I kind of got that, why can't we try something similar here?
Hmm.
But then Singapore had money, we didn't have money. So the only thing that I give credit is that we knew how to generate resource and how to reach out. So
I-
probably that was a
And
little bit of,
absolutely right way to, as I said initially, I mean, universities have resources where
yes,
which they are spending on big print ads and all those things where
yes,
you can't even understand what is the impact ROI क्या है उस print ad का देने का एक
yeah,
पेपर के अंदर. Why can't we divert that money to the school ecosystem, to the career
absolutely,
counselors like you
yes,
who can do then help their own community, students and teachers? So you were the
absolutely.
original thought. वही thought में आपने काम किया, that you
बिल्कुल,
brought in these resources. As you said, some university
absolutely,
pitched in with the logistics, some would have
uh-huh,
given you food and everything, but
absolutely.
such a wonderful use of resources to
And the
train
school
people.
school gave me the premises कि you
Hmm.
bring the counselors here, they can stay here.
हाँ.
We have a resource here, but even there, the food was, after all, the school had to pay for that food. A university pitched in and said, "All right, the 3 days the counselors will eat in yours, we will pay for it."
Wonderful.
But there was no profit.
पूरा collaboration आपने
It was a
ecosystem बनाया.
collaboration, and it was very well done. It was very well received. 3 years we had it
Yes, I remember.
consecutively, and our breakout sessions became interesting. We started thinking on more interesting breakout session. We were able to reach out to Cambridge Oxford at that time, who did uh, at that time, I wouldn't call it a Zoom kind of a thing, but we had a virtual session with them,
Wonderful.
which I thought was amazing.
Cambridge and Oxford. Wow.
Yes, they gave me their time because I had visited them and I had personally requested them. They said fine because this was something I was doing it. I wasn't doing it for money, but it was that passion to be able to do it. And honestly, Vankor, even today, I enjoy working with institutions that need to set themselves up. Not always about money, not always about titles, but definitely about the need to put things in right perspective. And that's really what
And
I'm
that is
doing.
what I love about you, and that is what I resonate with you. That you have always spoken about. It is not about the titles. It
No.
is always about doing your work, helping others around you,
Absolutely.
helping them come up, and moving the conversation forward for the community, and bringing in the collaboration aspect is very important.
I mean, I won't want to talk and make it jinx it. I'm currently also working on another project where I want to create skill assessment programs rather than programs where people would go for getting their aptitude tests and the old jargons rather than identifying your own self, what I am good at. So I'm working with a couple of people,
God bless you. Hare
and
Krishna.
I'm not investing money, but I'm only investing idea. That
No,
is
what
it.
you have is priceless. Years and years of
That's
experience.
it.
I mean, that is priceless. As I said, 47 years of your.
So you don't have to guess my age
Yes,
now. I think
no,
that's enough.
when I read your profile, I said 47 years.
What is she
Ma'am
doing
has
here?
been working in,
No, but this profession doesn't die.
yes,
It
career.
grows with years. If you are sane, it can continue working in it,
Yes,
and that's what I love about it.
when you started, when we started with your education, you said I just kept on reading and reading because I wanted to know more, and
Absolutely.
I left I stopped going to my further education because you felt that you were being sunk into so much because
Yeah.
you're so passionate about it, but it never
Absolutely.
left you. You're 47 years you have been in counseling.
Yes.
What a career.
Never became a principal.
And even
Never became a director.
ये बड़ा
Never became a
ये बड़ा
director.
इंटरेस्टिंग आपने बोला
No,
कि
that-
lot of yes 47 years that you
and you still remain a counselor? Yes, I am.
yes
Because that's what I am.
हाँ ये बहुत अच्छा आपने point बोला 47 years you stuck to being a counselor. You
Yes,
never,
because that's the most.
that's your passion.
That's the need.
Yes.
See, if all good counselors were to become,
Uh,
I don't know what justice they can bring to people around. And I also believe very strongly that if you're good at it, make sure you can create more people who are good at it.
absolutely. Hare Krishna. बहुत सही बात है. We have to create more people around us. If we are good at something, we have to.
Yes.
And I think that's where the legacy aspect comes in.
Absolutely.
What is your legacy when you?
I don't know. Time will tell.
Yes. No, I'm just. This was a rhetorical question. When I also look at my own approach to my
Exactly.
work, I resonate with this. That I need to create maybe hundreds of other people around
Like
in this
me.
because then this country needs it. Our community needs it.
Absolutely.
Outreach, admissions, career counseling. Until unless we drive the conversation forward, we cannot be everywhere. I mean, right? We have to have people who resonate with the ideas. We
Absolutely.
help them so that they can help the students. At the end of this, I mean, for me, everything is around my own lived experience of doing engineering, which was not my cup of tea, and hating every day of college because I said,
Absolutely.
why did I end up in this college? Why did I end up in this job? So I need to save as many kids as I can from this mess that I found myself in and lost 8
Exactly.
years of my life doing something that I never realized, never was happy in. And when I meet people like you who have spent years and years, as I said, decades in this field, I mean, I feel so happy, and I feel that here is somebody who was as passionate about his or her field,
Finding the unknown, basically.
finding the unknown.
I mean, and I can say that I could do it for some reason, but would I do something different if I were to go back so many years? I don't know. I think we need people to at least help us find the direction.
Yes.
And that's what you and I do probably.
राधे राधे कृपा बनी रहे ऐसे ही हम कितना कर सकते हैं हम करेंगे।
नहीं,
मैम
I
एक
think
और चीज़ मैं आपसे पूछना चाहता हूँ, यू नो
हाँ
whenever we speak about as we say, when I speak about your name comes up in my conversation around the world, people have lot of respect for you. जैसे कि अच्छा नीना मैम, हाँ उनके साथ तो हमने काम किया है। और दो चीज़ें होती हैं, एक तो है कि बिल्कुल मुंह फट हैं,
हाँ
स्ट्रेट फॉरवर्ड हैं, और वो जो उनके मुंह, दैट इज़ व्हाट पीपल लाइक अबाउट इट, यू आर ऑथेंटिक, एंड आई थिंक that's what we love about you. Second thing that comes up is that you have touched their life in a positive way. So I want to also touch upon this aspect of your life. We talked about the training programs that you used to host, and you have traveled the world. You are very well known. I know for a fact of the matter. Internationally, ACAC में आपने बहुत काम किया है, and you know I have been a member since last many years myself. But जब मैंने join किया था तब आपने
2006 में मैंने ज्वाइन किया
हाँ 2006 में so long back.
आप पैदा हो
I
गए
think
थे
मैं तो पैदा हो गया था। मैं इंटरनेशनल एसीएसी मैंने ज्वाइन किया था 2016 में, 2016।
तब तक I said I had enough of it
Yes, that's what I realized. I had come to you when I was with Ashoka. I was
हाँ
sitting in your office and you said, I spoke about international ACC and you said, अरे ये तो हो गया अभी बहुत अंकुर. And then I realized, अच्छा मैम, ये सब you were on the content committee. I was submitting a session proposal
yes
and you
yes
said,
yes.
अरे अंकुर, I realized that you have also submitted a proposal. I am reviewing it. So I didn't realize at that
Yeah.
point of time that you have had years of experience. तो आपने globally भी काम किया, nationally भी काम किया, traveled the world. You have seen the career counseling community so closely, the growth of your career counseling community in India that is
yes
happening.
yes yes
What is your take on, you know, our young career counselors जो बनना चाह रहे हैं यहाँ पे India में? There's a lot of people who have interest now as taking up career counseling. As you said, with new India, new economy, new jobs being created, there is dire need of people who can talk about these opportunities because not everybody understands कि क्या हो रहा है. What is your advice to these young career counselors? What should they? A lot of time they ask me this question: कि do I need to study psychology to become a career counselor? अगर मेरे पास psychology नहीं है तो can I be a career counselor? अभी नए training
आप
programs
एक बात
हैं.
बताइए कोई भी कहता है मैंने इंजीनियर बनना है तो आपने कभी उससे पूछा तुमने इंजीनियर क्यों बनना है या जो कहता है मैंने इंजीनियरिंग करनी है हैव यू एवर आस्क्ड दैट पर्सन भी तुमने इंजीनियरिंग क्यों करनी है या डॉक्टर क्यों बनना है I've rarely come across anybody telling me कि I want to be an engineer because I want to build bridges or I want to build an aircraft or I want to do it's just a concept that they have in their mind and they want to do something about it.
Yes.
Whether they really do it or they become something else, one doesn't know. But you see, when you're talking of touching people's lives, their decision making process, when you're going to be associated with human beings, your intent has to be very pure.
Yes.
You cannot be a professional counselor. Again, you're going to you make me. I'm not a broker.
बिल्कुल सही
I'm
बात
not a
है.
fixer.
बिल्कुल.
I'm sorry I'm using these
नहीं सही बात है.
terminologies.
बिल्कुल सही बात.
I'm not here to make sure that I'm able to, you know, money is important. Yes, if I'm giving advice and if I believe my advice is valuable, I will charge. It is your choice whether you want to hire me or not. But my intent is noble. I don't have any personal, whether you join a particular program or you join another program or you join a particular university or you take a particular path, your intent has to be very, very sensitive and very, very pure.
Absolutely. I think you're absolutely bang on. Intent has to be very pure,
Yes.
and it has to be in the best interest of that child that you're guiding. And
You-
you cannot be a broker. I
No.
mean, absolutely not. I mean, that is where you go wrong. And
No,
when you
you
treat
cannot.
students as commodities, which can
No.
be traded
No.
to universities, I think that is absolutely
Or
correct.
vice versa.
Or vice versa.
And I think that is something very important because I think you're dealing with, it's like a clay you're dealing with, and you cannot mold something and expect it to do wonders if you've not really worked on the ingredients properly. Because how will you do that? And for counselors, whether they want to study psychology or they want to study subject, it doesn't really matter
Okay.
because what I think is you really have to understand the person you're dealing with, what his capacities are, what his limitations are, what his skills are, and what's available in the market, how best you can guide him. Your research has to be endless.
Research has to be endless. I think that is important. And then, as you said, working with the students, you have to be having a very pure intention, and then you have
Absolutely.
to. Each student is unique. I think the amount of time that you need to invest with every
Yes.
student is also very important, because every student is unique, right? Everybody has his own
Yes,
context,
absolutely. And you have to respect
aspirations.
that.
Respect that, right? Not everybody.
And he's not an identity on his own, he's also part of a family.
Yes.
So I would also bring the family together. So in my case, most of my counseling sessions, I make sure that the entire family is on the same page. Now, whether you want to follow the path or you don't want to follow the path, there has to be consensus in the
A
family.
lot of the times, yes, counselor tells me, I guide the student, but then the family tells me,
No,
oh,
no,
why
no,
are
no.
you advising
So
this?
what's wrong with that?
Yes,
The consensus has to be there. You're working with a family, it's a dynamic society setup.
so it
You
is.
can't just hold off a child and just say that you want to. No, 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 it doesn't happen like that. He's a part of a family. You have to work with the family.
Yeah, absolutely. Perfect. I think this is very important that
I
you should
believe
involve the
that.
family. Yes, absolutely. I think that's where the friction comes in between the
Yes.
counselor, the child, and the parents. If you do not involve either of these two parties, I mean, student and the parent have to be
Absolutely.
together in that decision making process. Right?
And there is nothing hidden or there's nothing ambiguous about it. In my career, I've placed students from families which are highly academic and the child wanted to become an actor. It has worked. I've also had families where the child wanted to go into hotel management. Again, didn't seem to gel very well in the beginning, but again, we have worked it out. You know, how you use your skill is a different
Absolutely. And
kind of
and
a setup. Yeah.
what a journey it has been.
Thank you.
Uh, Finally, before we close off, I
Yeah.
mean, I would just want to reflect, because you are spent, I'll say, 47 years young in the profession, and your motivation, energy is same as I found it in 2010 when I first walked into your office. So, what is the plan forward? You mentioned a bit about your work that you're doing. You don't want to jinx it, but what is happening currently in your life? What are you up to?
I'm working.
Yes,
Anybody who wants me to work for them, I'll work for them.
I think.
I've always said this: knock at my door. You have a proposal, I have a solution.
Wonderful.
So just walk in.
Yes.
We can do that. I'm working with a school right now.
Okay.
I am working with a couple of people right now with whom we are trying to create some skill based assessments.
Assessment. Yes.
And I'm doing neighborhood guiding. I'm doing, a walk-in people there, and of course, I'm advising a school too.
Thank you so much for sharing that, ma'am. It's an honor to
Thank you
have you
so
here
much,
with
Ankur.
us,
Thank you
for
so
taking
much.
time out and sharing a bit about your journey with us and my viewers here at Intersect by Masters Union.
Thank you.
Always an honor to have you here with us.
No, thank you so much. Thank you all.